In 2019, Jake from ENHYPEN lied to every friend he had in Australia. He told them he was moving to South Korea for his dad's work. He was actually going to a K-pop audition. He did not want anyone to see him fail, so he lied. That lie set the tone for how he would handle everything for the next 6 years. The reason Jake could lie that easily starts with his dad. His dad worked in South Korea while Jake grew up in Australia. His dad would visit every few months, then leave. Jake cried every single time, but he still had to go to school and help his mom with dinner. So he learned to push the sadness down and pretend he was fine. That habit never left him. When Jake debuted with ENHYPEN in 2020, fans saw a bright, happy Australian kid. He smiled in every interview. He always knew what to say. But behind that smile, he was overthinking everything. He only trained for 9 months while other members trained for years. He was terrified of being the weakest one. A small mistake on stage would play in his head for days even when no one else saw it. In 2025, a host asked Jake how he deals with sadness. Jake said he just stops himself from feeling it and called it a defense mechanism. A veteran idol on the same show warned him that bottling emotions up will make them explode eventually. Jake did not argue because he already knew that was true. It already happened once. In 2023, Jake was performing in Seoul when tears just started falling. He said his inner self was struggling, but he held it in because the show was not over. Afterward, he laughed it off and called it funny. That is his pattern. Something hurts and he turns it into a joke before anyone can ask what is wrong. The problem is Jake never learned to let people close. In 2023, he admitted he was still trying to open up to his members after living with them for years. He said the hard part is that nothing is constant. His dad kept leaving when he was a kid, so he learned not to depend on anyone. But you cannot open up to people if you do not even understand your own feelings, and Jake had spent years ignoring his. His members got the fun version of Jake, game nights and snacks. They did not get the heavy stuff. Jake said he only cries at fan events because fans are strangers who will not ask follow-up questions. His members might actually ask, and that scared him. The only people who could see through him were his parents. In 2020, they visited him in Korea, and just by looking at his face, they asked what was wrong. He had not said anything. They just knew him before all the walls went up. Jake said that moment took a huge weight off him. In 2024, Jake posted a cover of I Don't Think I'm Okay. He picked it because the lyrics said what he could not. That day, he told fans he used to only show his perfect side, but that was changing and that talking about feelings helps. He meant it, but he was not fully there yet. Then in March 2026, ENHYPEN performed in Melbourne. 5 years earlier, nobody in Jake's hometown cared about K-pop. Now the place was packed. Jake stood on stage and said he left Australia 6 years ago to become an idol, and now he was there with his members who were his family. He said he was happy 3 times. The kid who lied to his friends because he was afraid to fail. The kid who pushed everyone away because people always left. He finally let 6 people in close enough to call them family.